Guys, Brad Danger here, and this is it. Your last shot to win my 700 horsepower flame-spitting Bayside Blue GTR plus $10,000 cash. Right now, we have a mega multiplier and it's live, but once this ends, it's gone forever. Grab a shirt, grab an It's Lit sticker, or if you don't have time to shop, just grab a quick entry pack and bam, just like that, you are entered. Guys, it's the final days. This 700 horsepower GTR and $10,000 cash could be yours, but only if you get entered. So click the link down in the pinned first comment and get entered before time runs out.
Everyone already knows the car market is collapsing, but even with prices lower than they've been in years, certain models seem to be having trouble finding new driveways across the country, like an old dog at the pound that no one wants to adopt. But not nearly as sad. These are the 10 slowest selling used cars on the market right now. Let's go. Starting with a car that you probably forgot even existed, the Buick Enclave, and its slightly less luxurious brother, the Chevy Blazer, both of which are, well, relatively new designs that just don't quite stack up against the competition. Look, they're really not bad cars, but if I'm going to be honest, there are better options out there. They sit on dealer lots for an average of between 64 and 66 days, just like the Chrysler 300. Now, yes, it should come as no surprise that the old Chrysler 300 isn't exactly a hot seller anymore, seeing as well it felt outdated over 10 years ago, even after it got a facelift. And, again, pretty decent car, especially if you're looking for something with some of that old school big-bodied American flair, which is not a whole lot of us apparently. Pour one out, folks, because this thing has been officially canceled. But with it taking an average of 64.7 days to change hands, it's not hard to see why. Pacifica, it is up to you now.
Dizzy, I'm dizzy!
Oh, Land Rover, you always come just so close to absolutely nailing it. While the company's top-of-the-line Range Rover models are idling on lots for an average of 68 days, the frankly terrible Disco Sport takes 74. That's longer than it takes Trav to crochet a new sweater for me. Listen, owning a Land Rover can be a bit of a headache. While, yeah, they're known for exceptional off-road capability, paired with luxurious interiors and incredible road manners, they're also known for frequent and costly repairs. Tesla and their flagship SUV, the Model X, is hanging around unsold for 71.4 days on average. Hey, maybe all the Model X buyers are buying the new Cybertruck instead. They're not.
Oh my god.
Electric cars in general are having more trouble selling than their gasoline hybrid-powered competitors. But tack on a $70,000 asking price and historically less than stellar build quality and reliability concerns and... not great. The average used price for EVs across the market is down a whopping 33.7%, while the rest of the auto market is roughly down 5.1%. So, this next car shouldn't really come as a surprise. Maybe it does. No, not a Mustang! Yeah, the Ford Mustang Mach-E, they're sitting average 75 days on the lot. Unfortunately, this model is caught in the middle of a big depreciation cycle and an even bigger identity crisis. Kind of like your boy. I don't get it. Why'd they have to call it a Mustang?
Oh no.
With slow sales leading to plummeting prices, potential buyers are scared away because of how much their used Mach-E will depreciate once they bring it home, thereby making it sit longer on the lot, and so the dealership pretty much eats the depreciation, which also makes the price go down, and yes, it is a very vicious cycle.
It's a vicious cycle.
And since we're going by days on market, next up is the Buick Envision, which its vision is short-sighted. Yeah, it's the smaller, less powerful version of the not-so-great Encore. So, yeah, not a very big surprise here. What might come as a big shocker, though, is the car that takes the very longest to trade hands. It's the Tesla Model S. Get it? Shocker? Because... never mind. A used Model S, yes, sits an average 88.3 days on the market. In the car world, that is an eternity.
Forever! Forever! Forever!
One eternity later.
But with an average listing price for a gently used one hovering around $65,000, it is very easy to see why. Even a brand new Tesla is known for having a few QC issues from the factory. From panel gaps to deteriorating interiors, there's a lot of cosmetic problems just right off the bat. That all trickles down to the used market. Other concerns include battery degradation, transfer of warranty and features, and maintenance history. And not just the mechanical maintenance, but software maintenance too. Maybe the biggest factor holding these cars on the lots? Tesla's recent price cuts to new models. If you can get a line of credit for a $65,000 used Model S, there's nothing stopping you from getting a $71,000 line of credit for a brand spanking new one. Speaking of brand new, let's move on to those. There are a lot of new cars that are having trouble finding new homes. So let's stick with the top 5 and we'll keep it really short, I promise. Starting with this little roadster that could. Miatas, they sit untouched, unappreciated, and unsold on dealer lots for an average of 107.3 days. And while that sounds bad, the Miata actually had a pretty good year last year. Better than mine. Nearly 9,000 new ones were sold, which is a 45.4% increase over what it did the year before. So while they don't sell very fast, and let's be honest, they don't go very fast, at least Mazda goes zoom zoom and has an excuse for keeping production of the lovable little roadster for a little while longer. Ford, they just can't catch a break. No wonder they focus almost exclusively on trucks. The Mustang is taking a beating this year, especially the enthusiast-focused GT trim, whose sales dipped by a staggering 68%. 68%. What the? Whoa! These new ponies stay in the stable for an average of 108.6 days before... Okay, I'll stop the puns. Now, in all fairness, it was no secret the Mustang was being replaced by an all-new version for 2024, so I'm sure there was some holdouts for that. Or maybe it's just the rampant rate of inflation and crippling debt we are all feeling, keeping us from buying shiny new objects and sports cars and stuff, but probably not. Surprise, it's our old friend that puts the ick in Buick. It's the Envision. Seems like people just don't want the old ones. They don't want the brand new ones even less. Just like the Land Rover Discovery Sport. Look, if you can get a gently used one for over 20 grand off, and the brand new one doesn't come with any meaningful updates or improvements, I mean, well, you'd go for the used one, is what I'm saying. Except people aren't even going for that since it made the list of worst-selling used cars. The full-size Discovery is okay, but the Sport, probably best for Land Rover just to go ahead and put this one down as a we tried. And finally, the slowest moving new car in regards to sales, they're actually reasonably powerful. It's an SUV that played a pretty big role in the whole SUV movement. The Jeep Cherokee. Brand new Cherokees sit for almost 130 days, and on average, they list for right around $39,000. It's a pretty depressing figure for an SUV with strong heritage, complete with an asking price below the average cost of a new car in the US, which might just be why Stellantis is killing off the Cherokee, with 2023 being its final year. With how long they take to sell, though, you'll probably see some brand new ones hanging around your local dealership for a few years to come. The Grand Cherokee is still around, and truthfully, it offers a much better value proposition. It's just way more car for the money. But honestly, sales for all Jeeps are taking a dive. In fact, under Stellantis, under Stellantis stewardship, it looks like Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeep are all slowing down. And that downward trend doesn't seem like it's gonna stop anytime soon. Not just for Stellantis, but for the industry as a whole. And as much as I'd like to promise otherwise, that this car crisis probably isn't ending anytime soon. Toyota Super sales, they've dropped by nearly 50%. F-150 Lightning sales have absolutely tanked, caught on fire. And 2024 is poised to make things even worse before one day, eventually, probably things are going to get better. So make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and we're going to be covering a bunch of the auto crisis from every angle and giving you tips and tricks to not only better weather the storm, but maybe, just maybe, even come out ahead by the end of the year. Till next time, I'm Brad, this is Ideal, and check out this Ideal vid up here, or whatever YouTube recommends you watch next down here. And promise me one thing, keep living the ideal lifestyle.